Alright, we're back. We're on the RC side of stuff today. We're talking about cases. One of my favorite things of hobbies is making a case, making it custom, the pluck and pull foam, the accessories that you can put into it, and making it organized for you. That is one of my favorite go-to things. And for once, the desk is clean. I'm only working on a tiny little magnet thing right there for that. Other than that, I just pulled this out for something else. So, this case is a Harbor Freight case, Apache, which I guess is like a replica of a Pelican. They're, I guess, very similar rated and all that fun stuff. So in our travels, F and Chet and I yesterday running around, did some searching. I got some wood that we're going to make our track for these things in. But this is what I found for the FLD, or the BM Hobby FLD S13 little drift car. I got a chance to make a case. I wanted to share it because if you wanted to make a little travel case for it, this is what I came up with. So it's like a 9 by 7-ish, 9 by 8 size case, give or take. It's the 1800 that helps. If anybody's looking. $12 at Harbor Freight, which is really easy, and that is what I came up with. This is still a work in progress. I was debating on actually printing an insert for in here so I could change the shapes. I have other of these little cases I'm going to look into, but for now, because it fit absolutely perfectly for the most part. But what I came up with was a multi-layer setup so I could get the little dinky controller. And if you have the AE86, the controller is bigger and would not fit in this case unless you're more creative than me, because I could not get it to fit. I suppose you could get some more height by taking this out and thinning that out a little bit, and I'm going to have to glue that in place. But for this car, this situation, I left the initial bottom smush layer in there and then cut out an insert for the car and then tried to figure out how to get the controller. These are actually, the second and first layer are glued together, and I got to do a little gluing in some spots. The pluck and pull foam that you get from these cases is something to be desired and does not hold compared to the stuff I already have. But I didn't have the right size, so I may do a couple attempts to get it just be very, very fragile as you're pulling them, because you pull one cube, it wants to pull other cubes. Pain in the ass. Anyway, so I made a little cutout here for the wheel. The trick was trying to get both of these into the same little case, and I didn't want to really go any bigger. I wanted to make it a functional, smaller case. So the wheel drops in, it's protected on the bottom. I made a couple contact points all around here so it sits and floats, and you really have to push hard on it to hit the car. And again, it's not going anywhere. It's not going to be in this thing forever. It's not going to start rubbing up against it, any of that. And there you have it. I have room for the battery and the charger in here if need be. Or I could punch a hole into this and then drive the battery down. The charger can sit flat anywhere, or inside here wound up with a cable. And there again, there's options up here. I could take half the foam out and make an insert or something like that, or even mount something like this into the top of the case. But for $12 and about a half hour's worth of work, I'm quite pleased. And again, you can buy pluck and pull foam for these that you could just shape with a little more detail and smaller cubes and stuff. But to be able to pack the little car in, make it safe, guess you could travel with it because it is lockable, so you keep it safe, and it is airtight, which is really cool. And it's in a cool little case. That is my mod of the day. Let me know what you think, and I hope you like it.